Starting off with chapter 10, drug use and addiction. The take-home message that I got from this was mainly just about the developments of addiction. You know, we always think about how somebody gets addicted, but what really went on in their body? Well, what happens is that we humans, we love to avoid pain, and we also seek pleasure, and we also happen to be creatures of habit. So what happens is that we're looking out for something, whether it be sex, alcohol, video games, and it brings us pleasure, or it help us forget some of the pain sometimes. What happens is that we'll continually turn right back to those sources, and we'll go back to them again and again and again. And after doing it for so long, we start to build a psychological and a physical dependence on this stuff. And that was my take home for chapter 10, you know, just the idea of the development itself. Next up is chapter 11, alcohol, the most popular drug. We've had prohibition how many times, but we still seem to have it around. And what I pulled back from it was really how to help someone with an alcohol problem, looking at sort of a intervention, you know, stuff like that. And what really hit home was people nowadays, they really like to beat around the bush, and they like to, you know, be really soft-spoken about an issue that happens. But, you know, just those three words, open, honest labeling, whenever I read that, it really validated some of my ideas about it. Just saying that you need to be straightforward with that person, you know, saying the words, I think you have a problem, not saying anything to sugarcoat it, you know. And then chapter 12 is tobacco use. And the big thing that stuck out to me right there in that chapter was a third-hand smoke. You know, I've heard about primary smoke, smoking it before. I've heard about second-hand smoke. I learned about that from my grandma. It's the reason she stopped, because she was worried if we were around that we'd start to develop these issues. But then I just read in this chapter about third-hand smoke. And what happens is that, just like as this Febreze bottle sets out this little stream of particles into the air, and it sits there, it doesn't just go away. It's going to sit on whatever it falls on, and it's going to stay there. And what happens is that all those heavy metals and all those hazardous chemicals, they just sit there on whatever it is, furniture, the walls, and, you know, it has that distinctive smell about it. But we've never really thought about how the problem doesn't just go away over time. The smell stays, but also all those harmful chemicals. And, you know, wrapping it all up together, I take a look at all these things, you know, the alcohol, the sex, the money, and it all goes right back to what addiction is at its heart, which is just doing something so many times that it becomes harmful to you. So just like alcohol develops a fatty liver in your body whenever you start to drink too much of it, gambling, it's money, you know, we need it to live, but whenever you start doing gambling and stuff, it puts a financial strain on you. And just like sex, whenever we continue seeking something out like that, it can lead us into some more dangerous situations, you know, and we might do something that ends up sending us to the hospital for shots. But that's what I took home from those 3 chapters. Thank you.